Yeah, so we are pleased with the discovery of these money, these dirham in the garden. Okay. Okay, so number 2, you wanna have a go?
Yes, sir, I can try. It's like انقلبت سيارة في الشارع رئيس وأفكر عن
رئيسيا
رئيسيا وأفكر عن راكبين
رئيسيين. Yeah. So if,
رئيس
yeah, وأفتكر
أفكر أفتكر
أفتكر أفتكر
وأفتكر عن راكبين من
راكبي
الركاب
راكبين
راكبين من الركاب حمل إلى المستشفى. Okay, like انقلبت is
Kaliba means to turn. In Kaliba means to be overturned.
overturn. Okay, انقلب is to reverse or overturn of a car in the road, main racing. Okay, main road, racing shari on the main road.
The car overturned, or car overturned in the main road. A car overturned in the main road.
And and
I think iftakara yaftakiru, and this is I aftakiru, and I think
an Raki Baini min al Rukabi, that the riders from the riders
Rakibaini, what does that mean?
Rakibaini is like the people who are riding.
Is the it's dual. Rakibaini is dual. You need to remember that.
Rakibaini,
Two passengers were carried. Humila is passive.
From the riders, Humila were carried ila to al mustashfa, to the hospital.
Yeah.
So the car overturned on the main road, and I think that the 2 passengers from the riders were carried to the hospital.
Yeah. Okay, so for you want to do number 4, Farhana.
Yes, sir. قالت الخادمة يا سيدي
قالت الخادمة
قالت الخادمة يا سيدي انكسر الفنجان وما كسرته أنا. The servant said,
what's this word? This word, Rashid?
Yes, sir. It is kasara is to break, and
inkasara to broken.
Is
so we said is yes, we said Hamza. It's not passive form. It has a passive meaning. It's active form.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But for my understanding, I keep it is that object is broken.
Yeah. So we said it is Hamza to Wasal, and you could see here because it doesn't have kasra here because the ya is joined directly onto noon. So ya sayyidi yan kasara al finjanu. Yeah.
So the maid said, "Oh, sir, so finjan is cup, right?"
Yes.
The cup. So in kasara is past tense. The cup was broken, and I didn't break it.
So you could just say, yeah. So here it says you would probably say the servant, the maid said, the cup is the cup broke. And
okay, sir.
Wama kasartuhu, what does it mean, Anna?
I didn't break it.
Yes. Okay, that's good. And here you could see the difference between form 1 and form 7. So here it's active form, but means it has a passive meaning. And here, same verb, but here it's transitive. It takes a subject and object. We quickly do some couple of questions. The Labour Party was victorious in recent elections. Who wants to do this? So victorious, we said we could use intasara yantasiru. Sudais, you want to do this? The Labour Party.
Yes, sir, I can try. The Labour Party was victorious in the recent elections. Okay, so the party is like Hazab and Labour is Amal.
It's not Hazab, it's Hizb.
Hizb, sorry, Hizb and Amal and victorious.
Amal, what's Amal?
And Amal, sir, Amal, sorry. Amal is like work. Yeah,
work, but it says in the brackets, literally, you should use party of workers.
Okay, so
Amilun means worker, sorry, Ummal is the broken plural, so Ummal, so you're going to use Ummal. So let's start to be victorious in Tasara, right? We said
Intasara, okay. So the elections is intakhab.
First do the subject. So Intasara, party of workers. So the Labour Party is going to be Hizbul Umali.
Amal.
Intasara Hizbul Umali. Yes.
Intasara Hizbul Umali and fi intakhabat.
In the
intakhabati. Yeah, the elections. So it's intakhabat. Otherwise, it should have been intakhab. So intakhabat, the plural form of intakhab, and the recent is al-akhirah, because it was feminine. The intakhab is feminine, so it should be intakhabat. Okay, al-akhirati.
Al-akhirati. Akhirati. Akhir means last or recent. Akhirati means last akhirati. Okay. And akhirati, like you said, is feminine because intakhabat is feminine. How many hours have you been waiting for? I turned to him respectfully. Number 2 for Hannah.
Yes, sir. How many hours we have been waiting for us? So it will be kam sa'atin.
So we use one rule we need to remember. When we use kam, it's not sa'atin, it's sa'atan. So any word after kam is mansoob.
Okay. Okay.
Kam
sa'atan.
Sa'atan.
So what is waiting?
Intazara yantaziru, which means to wait.
So it will be tantazaru.
How many hours have you been waiting for us? Sorry?
Tantazaru lana. For us is lana.
So if you just say tantaziru na. How many hours have you been waiting for us? Tantaziru lana, okay.
So for you have been, so for have been, won't we use the kana word like?
Yeah, you have to use like kam sa'atan kunta tantaziru lana. Yes.
Okay, sir.
If you, okay. And you hasn't finished actually. Number 3. Today's I turned to him respectfully.
Turned is like
التفت يلتفت.
التفتو sorry I so التفتو عليه
التفت.
التفت إليه
I turned to him. إليه. Okay.
and باحترام
Okay. باحترام.
باحترام and greeted is like
We done that before.
yeah that is
وسلم يسلم did وسلمته.
وسلمته
Or
then went
سلمت عليه. You know, like we say السلام عليكم. So it's
وسلمت
عليه.
عليه okay and then went off is like ذهبت
Yeah.
ثم ذهبت
Yes. ذهبت or فانصرفت, which means I departed. انصرف means to depart, so you can use that as well. انصرفت. Okay. You will be pleased with your large share.
So I'll
You wanna-
start.
Yeah.
You will be pleased with your last.
انبسط
Sofa.
انبسط ينبسط. Yes.
So pleased is masroor, right?
No, you will be pleased. There's a verb for it.
مسرور.
To be pleased, the verb is انبسط ينبسط.
Yanbasitu. Sofa.
Okay, so far.
Tanbasatu.
Basatu, I think.
Yeah.
Then Basatu. Okay, yeah. You will be fine.
Maka.
Pleased with your large share. Not pleased with you, pleased with your large
Okay.
share. And we use min.
So
With,
what is
if you want to say, if you want to go up vocabulary, if you go. In the vocabulary, it should tell you. And this is, we need to cancel checks. Look, in Basata, if you want to say with, you use min.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, so
Hmm.
so far done Basitu.
Basatu min. So what is shares?
Kismun means share. Aksamun is broken plural of share.
Aksamuka.
Aksamuka. Min aksamuka.
Min aksamika.
Yes.
Min
So
aksamika.
Fatan Basitu min aksamika. Yes. That's it.
Al-kabi.
Large. Yeah.
Al-kabiratu. Al-kabiratin.
Al-kabiratin.
Al-kabirati with one single kasra.
Yeah, you can't be making these mistakes. It's done lots. So okay. That's fine. So that's all. I'm just seeing if I could find the dictionary quickly, then I could show you. If I'm not too sure if it's going to be available online. Let me find that quickly, but I'm quickly having to look 1 second. The homework is do the exercise and learn the scales. So seems like I found the dictionary.
So can you share the link also so that we can see
Yeah,
it?
all you do is just type in handswear PDF. The first link comes up. It'll be the PDF on Google. If you can't find it, you can ask me. And also this app on Android and I'm not sure on the phones. And I think it's best to download the app because app is easier. You type in the words in search, it'll show you. It takes you the root letters. So the way it works is the way it works is, for example, let's go to page 500. Okay, for example, let's go to Kasara because we've done this. So the way first of all it works is these dictionary you search by root letters. Okay. So to find anything which has a root letter of kaf, sin, and ra, you need to go under kaf, sin, ra. So first thing it does is it starts off by giving you verbs, right? And the first thing it does is gives you the form 1. If it doesn't say any number, it's form 1. So it tells you kasara, and the kasara here means is yaksiru. Kasara, he tells you here anyway, the past. And for mudare, it tells you I means is kasra, U means is dhamma, for example, or A means is a fatha. Okay, yaksiru here means, or in the brackets it gives you the verbal noun kasr. It'll be kasrun. It doesn't give you the run at the end. It just kasr. What does it mean? You look at the meaning. It means to break, shatter, fracture, to break open, force open, to break, to violate, infringe. You go through all these meanings, and as you get more advanced, it's it's very similar meanings. So then you move on, and if you come across kasartu or kasarna, the second form, you go to the same under the same thing, continues. You go to form 2. This is form 2. We've done form 2 already, right? Kasara yukassiru. It means to break into pieces, like I've mentioned before. To shatter, to smash, so more intense in meaning. Then form 5 is already here. To be broken to pieces. So this be shattered, be and so forth. Form 7 is here. Right? It gives you everything. Then after the verb is finished, then it continues by giving you any nouns which has a root letter of kaf, sin, ra. So kasar already done. Breaking is the spoken plural is kusur. So if you read the word kusur somewhere and you didn't know what it meant, you will have an idea that it's the root letters of kaf, sin, ra, because waw is normally additional. So you will go under kasara, you will look at this, you continue, and you say, oh yes, I found it. Kusurun means it's a broken plural of kasar, which means breaking, fracturing, fragmentation. The reason why it has different meaning is going to be useful when you're reading a book and you come across something, and when you read break, it may not make sense in the sentence. But if you carry on reading, it can mean violate. Then that makes sense in the sentence. So you use that. So kasra means defeat. Again, something else, kasir. This is not with the sa. This is not with the dots. This is other kasir. Broken plurals are kasra or kasara, means broken, fractured, shattered, and so forth. It carries on. It gives you all the nouns. That's the way it works. The way it works is if it gives you a noun and but doesn't give you a broken plural, you assume that it's a signed plural. Yes, carry on.
So, is the active participle and passive participle also mentioned there?
Which passive?
Like active participle
No,
and passive participle.
No, it's not gonna normally mention that because you are expected to know yourself. For example, for form 2, we're done. It should be muqassirun and muqassarun. Sometimes it may give you something, but it normally doesn't, because something this is expected to know yourself. For example, yasara yaksiru, this is just active. He expects you to know the passive. He expects you to know what is ism fa'il, kasirun and maksurun. Sometimes you find something in dictionary, but normally it doesn't. And like I said, if it gives you a noun, it doesn't give you plural, you assume that it takes a sign plural, and so forth. So this is how you do it. So I'm going to send you a book to read, and I think you should start reading. And any words you come across, you should search in dictionary. Like for example, one thing that comes up, the first couple of lines is going to be asnamun, right? So I haven't given the book here, but it's going to be asnamun. So where do you think that's going to be? Where would you look for that?
It should be in Sod, Noon, and Meme, I guess.
Yes, Sad, Noon, and Meme. So when you go there, first it's going to give you, you're going to find out when you go to Sad, Noon, Meme, you're going to look under verb and so forth, and carry on, and you're going to find it's the plural of sanamun, broken plural of sanamun, which means idols. Okay, that's all. By now you should know, because any forms which are left now, any form we haven't done, like 9, 10 or whatever, we will be covering in the next chapter, but this is how you use the dictionary. So now I'm going to send you the book anyway. It's quite simple. It's not too complicated. Words, you need to start using dictionary yourself and finding these words. And I'm going to send you a picture of the app so you can download yourself, inshallah. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. And the homework is the scale of the verbs, because the book that I'm going to send you, that's your additional study for your own self. I'm here to help. If you can't find a word and find it very difficult to understand the meaning of something, you can send me a picture. But try to work here yourself. Try to use a dictionary. Try to see if you can understand. And inshallah, you should be okay. Assalamu alaikum.